What I've come to realize is that sometimes, you know, those people that come in between you during umjolo, you just have to pray for the spirit of discernment, because at the end of the day, they might actually be trying to fight for you because you'll be blinded. You don't know what's happening. You know, love is truly blind, you know. Hey facts, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you've all been doing well, and if this is your first time on my channel, hello, my name is Thandi and welcome. So we sometimes do story times around here, and this is one of those moments. I know in the previous video I did tell you guys that I was going to be talking about two gents, so both Sagittarians, both doctors, la di la di da. And now I'm going to talk about the second gent. What are we going to call him? We're going to call him Cream. Right, guys. Cream, back of the bat, was toxic. Now that I sit down and analyze things, you need to sit down and introspect, guys, when it comes to these little things, because some of these people are just really there to teach you lessons, and that's just the honest truth. I feel like that's something we should have been told since a very young age. Some people come into your life to teach you lessons. No, that's right. Cream is a Sagittarian, and birthdays are 3 days apart. Good vibes always. Cream was kind of crazy now that I think of it. He was very soft-spoken, Cream. Like extremely soft-spoken. You actually had to like lean in to really listen to what he's saying. During phone calls, this guy was whispering. But then again, Cream could have been married, guys. And you're thinking, hey, this gent is soft-spoken. But no, he doesn't want his wife to hear him on the phone with another woman. Backstory to Cream and I, we had an acquaintance in common, and this acquaintance actually was like, yo, Thandi, I'm really not okay with you doing umjolo with Cream. But then you know what, Thandi sometimes doesn't listen, and sometimes Thandi's very stubborn, and what Thandi wants, Thandi will get. So that was actually really just the problem from the get-go. I was the problem for allowing this gent into my life. Cream. I'm going to point out a couple of things that I analyzed, and now that I've actually sat down and introspected, I'm like, yo, Cream wasn't it. But at that time, guys, it felt like, yo, God, this is it. We are going to an African print, me and my girls, this year. You plan, but God loves. I'm telling you now, guys. So let me tell you what happened with this gent. This gent, I don't know about where you're from, guys, but where I'm from, you don't do shit like this. You don't come to the Dage's house or your guy's house and you just enter the gate as if what is that? You don't do things like that. You're actually supposed to be 2 houses away or 2 blocks away if you live in an apartment block. The parents should not even suspect that there's a gent that you're going to see or whatever. But that was like my main problem with this gent. Like, I would open the gate trying to get out to go meet him, but this gent had the audacity, guys, to drive into my house. And number 2, he wouldn't come like during the day, you know, when everything's groovy, when there's light out. Why? Are you a bat? Why do you need to fly out at night to come see me? Huh? Why at night when everyone's coming from work, when you know that we have to be cooking supper for our parents? Huh? This gent will come comfortably. Go park there. Let me tell you about this one time, guys. Umjolo will not kill me. Let me tell you this. Umjolo will not kill me. Go to a car wash. He needed to get his car washed. And you know when you have to sit outside waiting for your car to get polished and vacuumed inside? We were chilling outside, and then I was like, oh, dude, I've got a knot in my back. There's a sharp pain there. I think it's a knot. Can you just like massage it out or something? And then I leaned forward so that he can massage me, because I didn't want him to come and make a spectacle of us by coming behind me, rubbing my back. Like, that's just us, because there were other people there. And I just really am very comfortable with PDA. So then I leaned forward. Before I've even reached my knees, why would you slap me so hard though? I don't even care, guys. You can't play. Let me actually not even smile, because this is not funny. You don't joke around with putting your hands on someone's kid, even if it's like monkey business, whatever you guys like to call it. Not in my house. We don't do that. Like, that is crazy. That is insane. And I'm like, okay, if I were to upset this gent, or we don't agree on something, what's going to happen? Huh? If he's going to slap you this hard whilst play fighting, nah, fam. That was another red flag. Those things, coming to my house, entering as if, yeah, you Kwasha, you've already given your cows, coming late at night, and then this slap thing. This gent was actually quite toxic. There was a time I was telling him my plans of wanting to relocate to another place and start something for myself. And then he was like, where would you want to go and live in this place? Whereas you can stay here and be my wife and we can do something. You want to go there and be a waitress. First of all, don't let anybody's son make you a passenger in your own life. Make your own decisions. If you decide today that you want to move to London when you're from Zimbabwe, you want to move to Abu Dhabi when you're from Canada, do that. Don't let someone else or your partner make you change your decisions, because what if it doesn't work out? What if it actually does work out, but then you've given up your dreams, and now you're gonna resent your partner? You don't need that stress, honey. Don't be a passenger in your own life. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I actually like to applaud this gent because it's the first gent that ghosted me, and it actually moved me slightly, because then I was like, I thought everything was going great, and then it disappeared for a good 3 weeks. When you start doing those things, I'm like, okay, cool, sharp. I also just ignore. I don't call, I don't text you. I remember, again, it was 7 p.m. He comes at 7 p.m. We had just finished dinner, I remember, and I wasn't feeling too well. I remember that day clearly. And this gent calls.
Yo, Tandy, I'm at your gates.
What the hell? He was crazy. He would probably start hooting if you don't open the gate for him. He was that kind of person. So then I go there, he drives in, of course, and the first thing he does, he looks at me, he goes,
I can tell you still want the boy back.
I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, if they ghost you, don't even try looking for them. Don't go back. If they come back, don't do that. That's very manipulative, and you don't need that energy around you. That is just so toxic. You shall not tolerate people like that. If you're gonna ghost, go forever and hold your peace, because we're not doing that. You come back after 3 weeks of not even text, good morning, goodbye, good evening, I can't do this anymore, nothing. Nothing. And then you just come back, you show up and I can tell you want the boy back. First of all, sir, no, that ship has sailed long time ago, 3 weeks back to be accurate. Now he's about to leave. Does this gent not pull up this line? Yo, Tandy, you're glowing. I wonder what's making you glow. Shall I come back? I'm like, sir, you want to come back so that you can steal the glow away again? No, go away, man. I was just over it. But to be very fair, guys, there were some things that he did. One of my love languages is gifting, and he was just a giver. There was this one time I was getting my hair done. He calls, yo, where you at? I tell him, and then he pulls up with some flowers. That was really nice. He really made my day. Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm like, ooh. And then I also like that he used to talk about the future a lot. I'm a person who likes to plan shit ahead. So if you come to me and you're planning about the future with me, involved in your future, that's just really nice. But then those other things that he did, red flags. I actually thought he was married, because then sometimes, another thing, he would video call me. He would video call me at night, right? And then he would be like, as soon as I pick up, I'm like, why am I shushing? And then he would just look at me. Guys, was this gent not married? What the hell's going on here? So then I think he was suspecting now that I'm starting to think he's married. This one day, he takes me to his office. At his house, he's got the bag, the servant's cottage. He's turned it into an office, whatever. And he took me there, and we're actually doing some work. I'm not gonna talk about what he does. Helping him with some work, whatever. And then there were people there, and then I'm trying to read their body languages. They were just so nonchalant, actually. They were, okay, she's here. Because if the gent is married or he's got another girl there, they'll be G-checking you, the girl, as if, what did I do? The gent's the one who's married was got a girlfriend. Why are you checking me? Those vibes. But those people were actually just pretty chill. So I can't read that situation there. And he brought me to the house where he lives. So that guy, he actually just entered my brain and he studied me exactly how I move. And I like things like that. But bro, if you knew you're not in it in the long run, what's going on here? Why did you lead me to believe that there was something? And then for you to be a coward and not come back to me and be like, yo, Tandy, I can't do this anymore. You just, no calls, no texts. And then you show up 3 weeks later. You want the boy back. Not even I want you back. You want me back. Sagittarians, actually, guys, we're actually very toxic. Let me just tell you this. But Sagittarians, yo, No, I give up. This gent, man. Like, what? Now I laugh about it, but I actually was bleeding, guys. I usually don't bring my stories to my friends or whatever, but I actually had to ask one of my friends, like, yo, what's going on here? I told him the exact story. Then my friend is one of those straightforward people. He does not beat around the bush. He was like, yo, to be honest, sis, this gent had another girl. You were just there to fill up the gap. Maybe they were going through a rough patch, or she wasn't in Zim, but she finally came back, and now they're on the right track, and now you had to go. Or the girl was actually also here and was playing the both of you, and then the girl was starting to notice that this guy has got another girl, and then you had to be cut off. So, yeah. What I decided to take from all of this is that, you know what, if they ghost you, good riddance, let them go. Don't force things that are already dead. Don't try to find people who clearly don't want to be there. Like, that's just common sense in my opinion. So yeah, like some of these things, guys, if your people are showing signs of some of these things that I've mentioned, they're always so lovely. They're so lovely. These ones that are very toxic in the end, very lovely, make you feel like you're heaven on earth, and then